$100,000 in 22 years. Hi all, today I reached $100,000 net worth at the age of 22. This is a huge milestone for me, and I felt like I wanted to share it here because I don't have anyone in real life that I can talk to about this kind of thing. I'm really proud of it and thought this community might appreciate the journey I've been on. How it started, I got into personal finance in 2020 at age 18. I was fresh out of high school and, like many people, I started binge-watching YouTube videos about money management, investing and living frugally. I didn't have a big salary, but I made it a goal to invest everything I could, even if it was small amounts. I have focused on dollar cost averaging in ETFs, stocks, and a little crypto, nothing crazy. I have always been willing to take risks, given that I have a decent amount of time on my side. Currently, the majority of my portfolio is in high-conviction stocks, and I plan to hold them for the long term, 30, 40 years or even longer. I'll be honest, I made a ton of mistakes early on. I bought into hyped stocks and things I didn't fully understand. It worked in 2021 when the market was booming, but 2022 hit me hard. At one point, I was down over $10,000, and it was frustrating to see my portfolio bleed out. But I kept going, sticking to my plan, even though it seemed hard. I knew I couldn't let my emotions get the better of me, and that these were the times when I could buy good stocks at low prices. Looking back, I'm glad I didn't panic. Fast forward to today, and after 4 years of consistent investing, I'm at $100,000 with a lifetime return of about 40%. It's still pretty surreal to me. A little more information about me. When I graduated from high school, I started working at a modestly paid job. I was still living with my parents, so I used this time to actively save and invest as much as I could. But the job wasn't fulfilling and I was unhappy at work, so I decided to learn some skills on the side, mainly how to code. I spent many nights learning, and eventually I got a job at a local company developing software for banks. I really like it there, and my salary is pretty good, but it's still crazy. It's pretty average for where I live. I'm in Central Europe. However, I invest a significant part of my income diligently. Why I'm sharing this? Honestly, I just wanted to put this out there because it was a big goal of mine. I've been following this space for years, learned a lot from you all, and it's been a huge part of my journey. If anyone has any tips on how to continue improving or how to stay in shape, I'm all ears. I know I'm still early on and would love to hear from people who have been doing this longer and are further along in their journey. Thanks for reading, and a huge thank you to everyone here for such a wonderful resource. Comments Reddit. For a software engineer who is much later in his financial and career growth, you are doing great. 2 recommendations. Spend your early years optimizing your network, your income, and building a foundation that will pay off in your later years when you have much less energy and less mobility. I spent those years working way too many hours, trying out projects, learning new technologies, moving to popular areas, etc. It paid off big in my 30s. Figure out your strategy and be consistent. I've had some big wins, and I've lost life-changing money by turning down more than one offer that later had huge exits. But despite this, I've never looked at it too negatively because I've always been consistent in my strategy, so I could say I was making decisions that were in line with my principles. You just have to roll with the punches and stay consistent. Good for you for pursuing more skills to get a better job. I didn't do it when I was younger like you and spent the last half of my 20s hating my job. It's still possible to grow that NW, just slower and more miserable. Living really cheap for years longer than I needed to. For me, eventually a mediocre pay increase turned into something like half increased savings rate, half luxury. It's your choice how you approach it while the acceleration continues. Sounds like your diligence is already well earned. Rooting for you, continuing to focus on popular areas and emerging trends is crucial in today's fast-paced world. It paid off big in my 30s. The key is to figure out your strategy and be consistent. I've had some big wins, but I've also lost life-changing money by turning down offers that later had huge exits. However, I've never viewed these setbacks too negatively because I've always stuck to my principles. This consistency allowed me to make decisions that aligned with my long-term goals. You have to roll with the punches and stay true to your strategy. I admire your commitment to pursuing new skills to enhance your job prospects. I wish I had taken that path when I was younger. Instead, I spent the latter half of my 20s in a job that I despised. It's definitely possible to grow your net worth, but it often comes at the cost of slower progress and a fair amount of dissatisfaction. For years, I lived extremely frugally, much longer than necessary, which taught me the value of money and patience. Eventually, a modest pay increase transformed into a savings rate that allowed me to enjoy a few luxuries without sacrificing my financial goals. It's all about how you choose to approach your journey, especially as you experience that acceleration in your career and finances. Your diligence and proactive mindset are already paying off, and I'm rooting for you every step of the way. Remember, the choices you make today will shape your future, so keep pushing forward and stay focused on your goals. The journey may be challenging, but with consistency and a clear strategy, you can achieve remarkable things. As you navigate through your career, it's essential to keep an eye on the job market and identify opportunities that align with your skills and passions. The landscape is constantly evolving, with new industries emerging and others transforming. This means that there are always fresh job prospects on the horizon if you're willing to adapt and learn. Networking plays a crucial role in discovering these opportunities. Engaging with professionals in your desired field can open doors you never thought possible. Attend industry conferences, join relevant online forums, or simply reach out to people on platforms like LinkedIn. You never know when a conversation might lead to a new job offer or a valuable mentorship. Moreover, investing in your personal development can significantly impact your job prospects. Consider taking courses or certifications that enhance your skill set. This not only makes you more marketable, but also shows potential employers that you are committed to continuous learning and growth. It's also important to maintain a positive mindset during your job search. Rejection is a part of the process, but each setback can be a learning experience. Use it as an opportunity to refine your approach, whether that means tweaking your resume, practicing interview techniques, or simply reassessing what you want from your career. In the end, the job you choose can greatly influence your overall happiness and satisfaction. While financial stability is important, finding a role that brings you fulfillment is equally crucial. As you look ahead, remember that your career is a marathon, not a sprint. Take the time to explore your options, and don't be afraid to pivot if you discover a path that excites you more than the one you're currently on. Stay focused on your goals and keep pushing forward. The choices you make today will indeed shape your future, and with persistence and a strategic approach, you can turn your aspirations into reality. You have the power to create a career that not only supports your financial goals, but also brings you joy and satisfaction. Keep striving, and the rewards will follow. Continuing from that thought, remember that every setback can provide valuable insights into your strengths and areas for growth. Each rejection or missed opportunity can be a stepping stone towards something greater. Take the time to reflect on these experiences and consider what they can teach you about your preferences, skills, and the kind of work environment that suits you best. Networking can also play a significant role in your career journey. Connect with professionals in your desired field, attend industry events, and engage in conversations that can broaden your perspective. These connections can lead to mentorship opportunities, job leads, and invaluable advice that can help you navigate your career path more effectively. Moreover, continuous learning is key. Invest time in developing new skills, whether through formal education, online courses, or self-directed study. The job market is ever evolving, and staying ahead of trends and technologies can make you a more competitive candidate. Embrace a mindset of lifelong learning. This not only enhances your employability, but also keeps you engaged and motivated. As you assess your career trajectory, consider setting both short-term and long-term goals. Short-term goals can provide you with immediate targets to work towards, while long-term goals can keep you aligned with your broader aspirations. Regularly revisit and revise these goals as needed, adapting to changes in your interests and the job market. Finally, prioritize your well-being throughout this journey. A fulfilling career should not come at the expense of your mental and physical health. Find balance in your life and ensure that you are carving out time for hobbies, relationships, and self-care. A healthy work-life balance will ultimately contribute to your productivity and satisfaction in your professional endeavors.